Welcome back to the Movie a Day podcast, the one and only podcast that reviews a different film each and every day. My name is Grant, and as always, I'm your host for this podcast. Assisting me on my journey to break down these movies is none other than Sky.
Hello.
And Ryan.
Good evening, everyone.
So, for tonight, we are going over Sky's pick, which is Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. Directed by Gus Van Sant, starring none other than Joaquin the Dream, Phoenix, Jonah Hill, and Rooney Mara. It is a biopic on cartoonist John Callahan, and it is kind of spotlighting his path to sobriety and like how he like got into the whole like cartooning and whatnot. But yeah, in one word or less, Sky, would you recommend watching Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot?
Yes, I would.
Ryan, I pose the same question to you.
Yes, I would recommend anything Joaquin's in.
And I would have to say yes? Question mark? I'll get more into that. But anyone have anything else to say other than this movie is available for free with a not Netflix, Amazon Prime subscription?
Nah, not really. I would just say check it out. I guess we'll just probably get into spoilers, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a background check on the factual.
Yeah.
Factual
I
facts.
I don't think there's really too much to really go through.
You know how these true story movies are.
Yeah, at least the ones we've seen lately.
Yes, can't trust them.
That's fair.
Yeah, one can't be too
I've been
careful.
rubbed wrong.
Cough, cough, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Cough, cough, cough. Apparently, Green Book, even though I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best picture,
I
by
can't
the
say
way.
with 100% certainty, but you know, probably pretty factually inaccurate. But yeah, don't worry, he won't get far on foot. Let's get it.
All right, so Grant, let's start with you since you said the yes
Yes.
question mark.
Yes. Why did you say
Okay.
that?
So, I thought the first half of this movie was like not bad, but like really jarring. Like it was all over the place, and like the cinematography, at least for me, was pretty ugly. Like throughout the movie, like there's this really weird looking shots and zooms that were like, just I don't know. I wasn't really a fan.
Yeah,
But,
I
like-
would agree that it was definitely jarring for me.
Mhm,
I got used
sure.
to it, but yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
no. When,
That's a valid
It
comment.
took time for me to get used to it, but yeah, I eventually got used to it.
I never
like,
got
oh.
used to the cinematography, but I will say, like, once the hour mark hit, and we finally started getting into him, like, getting into his cartoonish endeavors, then that's where the movie really started to get good for me.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Second half was better.
Second half was way better, yeah.
So, like, if you're still watching and you haven't seen the movie, like, if you're patient with your movies, like, I would recommend it, because it definitely does get into a movie that you're going to find
Eventually.
well worth your watch.
Yeah, I
Don't know
mean,
if I'll watch this movie again, but
Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like it was a
Yeah.
really good one watch. Probably won't revisit it, but
no.
yeah. I mean, I would
Definitely-
agree with those complaints, Grant.
Yeah, it's
I had
definitely a
the
good
same.
tale. So, like, what's the deal with Rooney Mara's character? Like, she just comes out of nowhere. And, like,
I
what,
think
is she
she's
just
like a
moral
volunteer. Well, I think she's a volunteer. I don't know if, like, again, factually, I don't know, like, if they actually ended up dating or, I don't know.
Yeah, because then they, like,
Uh,
fall in love. It's just kind of weird.
Well, kind
'Cause,
of.
like, she
They
has
kind
a
of
lot
leave
of
it up in
patience.
the air.
Or you would
Because
think
she
she
just
has a lot
fly
of
away a
patience.
lot. So
Yeah.
it kind of just is like they're kind of dating and going to things together, and she's there at the
Yeah.
end, but
Yeah,
they're
we don't
not
really know.
ever seen.
We never
like,
really get that
living together,
explained.
buying a house or anything. Like
Yeah.
she bathed him once.
She bathed them once, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, for how long the movie was, I felt like they could have got into more of that.
Yeah, like, I didn't get enough. I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
the way he uses time and like how he jumps back and forth.
I
is
hated the cuts.
really-
Yeah.
The cuts were it was hard
Well,
to follow at
especially the
times.
most jarring one was when he got hit by the kids, or like the kids all helped him, and then they don't revisit that literally until the very end. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I completely forgot that was even happening. And they just cut
Yeah.
to him like explaining that his friend died from AIDS, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Like this is like,
Yeah,
Well-
I kind of suspected that Jonah Hill's
Had
character
AIDS,
did
yeah.
have
yeah, it was
'Cause of
very
what the
predictable.
doctor said thing, and he's gay, and Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, it was very predictable movie. Like I know he's gonna have some struggles, but like I mean, I guess I know what the 12 steps are. Not that I'm an alcoholic, but I've seen movies similar
Can confirm he is.
with the same subject matter. So I kind of knew where the movie was going. But
Hashtag drunk podcast someday.
someday.
Yeah,
For
probably
sure.
sometime in April. Hint, hint.
Oh yeah, actually that'll probably happen.
That's probably a given at this point.
Yeah, when you know the movie we chose, you'll understand. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, the one scene that really like made me question whether or not I was gonna like this movie at all is when he hallucinated his mom.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere for me too.
Yeah, that honestly
I get
scared
it.
me a little bit. I was like, whoa, what the heck?
I wish, honestly, like when that happened, I was like, I get what they're doing because like that's what was fitting in with Jonah Hill talking about like believing in some form of higher power, right? Like essentially, like it was coming around the same time, even though it doesn't perfectly fit there, which I guess is kind of a problem with it. But like I get what they're trying to do. Like a higher power got him to start the process of stopping to drink. But I wish it would have been like in his cartoons, because they cut to his cartoons a lot that kind of come to life a little bit, and that would have made more sense. This was just kind of like visuals like that were never used again in the whole movie, and it happened for like 20 seconds, and then no visual like that ever again. So it's really kind of jarring.
Yeah,
For
fit
me,
right
anyway.
in with the first hour.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like just still, even the visuals though, like the first hour is
Yeah,
definitely like
the
jarring,
effect.
cutting back and forth, but the
Yeah.
effect was like, what?
Yeah, the effect was genuinely bad.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's so weird because like usually like if I start off like not liking a movie, like it never really comes back. Usually movies start out good for me and get worse. Like this movie was like kind of the exact opposite. Like I don't know, for me anyway.
I mean, I think it definitely got better as it went on. I would agree with that. As it went on, I mean, maybe that's the whole point, right? He's like slowly gaining control of his life, and as the movie goes on, it gets less jarring. It's like longer sequences of like being in like, because there's so many timelines in this movie. It's like
Yeah.
like longer versions of each timeline as the movie goes on. It
Yeah,
seems
because you have like the present day, which is with the kids, and
Yeah.
then you have one that's like all the way back in the past when he's talking with the what do you call it, group, and he's talking like about his past or whatever, about what happened and how he got in a wheelchair and like that
there's a lot
experience.
of them, dude. There's
just
honestly
so
too many to
many.
keep track.
Yeah, I can't even
No, that's-
list them all. But those are like that's how vastly different like this movie gets. Pretty insane.
I think there's two going on with Jonah Hill's character.
Simultaneously.
Yes, like I honestly think like it's not even just like each character interaction has like a different timeline. Like there's several, I
Yeah.
think, with the same characters
It's
at
all
points.
over the place.
Mainly Jonah Hill, I guess, but
It'd just be better if they kind of simplified it a little more.
yeah. Is there any other? I say we stick with the complaints we got right now, and then maybe we'll get into the positives. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else I was gonna say too.
I mean, really, all my complaints are in like the first hour. I thought the second hour was pretty close to perfect. Like that's how like night and day it was for me.
It wasn't that much night and day difference for me. I mean, it was like a difference, but it wasn't like, oh my god, like
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's still like some pretty bad zooms and like
Yeah, we should talk about the zooms. The zooms were definitely weird. Like they made me giggle a
Yeah,
few
they're
times because I was
they're,
like, "What the hell?"
unnecessary too. Like they were looking
Yeah.
at a letter for like he wrote like I
Yeah.
think the New York Times and like some other letters about like his comics and whatnot. And like you can see the letter in full plain view, and then it does a weird like zoom up to like the top so you can see like where it's from. Like I don't know, I can already see it. Like I get it. Like you don't have to do this weird zoom. Yeah, I don't know. Still a lot of weird, like really weird cinematography throughout the whole movie, honestly.
Yeah, I would honestly say the visuals of this movie were probably like all of that was the weakest part, and the storytelling of that as well. The choices of doing all these different timelines, interconnecting. I would have honestly preferred probably a more straightforward story, or maybe like two timelines.
Yeah, I could do
That's
two
it.
timelines. Also, I think I don't know. I could be the only one, but I like always found it unintentionally funny when Joaquin Phoenix was riding around on his wheelchair like really
Yeah.
fast.
Well, it's
I
just
don't
because
know.
like he was
It
going
is
so
kinda
fast
funny,
compared to
though.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they made him go that fast to be a little funny. Like to
Well, they
like to
also-
not make those parts like awkward. They just made him like comical.
Yeah. Well, also, they
I'm
said
not sure
he.
what it's supposed to be.
Well, they said he like was ruining his wheelchair. Like he had to go through 3 of them compared to everybody else. So I don't know if like when he called the woman, she said like you've already had like 3 changes already, or like fixes on your wheelchair. Like so, I think he's not using it properly as well.
Well, actually, I
don't know.
think when he called her, I think she said that like as like he used it as an excuse 3 times.
Oh, so
I'm
it didn't
not
actually need
sure.
to get
Yeah,
fixed?
I'm not sure if it was actually maybe like once or twice, but I don't think like maybe he
They
just
never
used it as
addressed
an
it again.
excuse to
So,
talk to her. Yeah,
it could have been. Yeah, just to get a pickup to go
Yeah.
somewhere, I guess.
because like now that's the girl that we're talking about. That's the girl from the party in the one timeline, right? In the timeline where he has his legs.
No,
Am I
that's the girl.
correct?
That's the girl. The girl he was calling was the one who was like stopping by his place to because he was starting to make money off the drawings, and she's like, "You can't do that." She like worked for like the hospital or something. Like you won't keep on, or like it was like compensation related. You won't
Yeah, it's
keep
like
getting.
he won't get to keep his benefits.
Yeah, she was like the benefits league. Yeah, whatever, his benefits advisor, whatever
Really?
that
'Cause
position.
I don't
is.
remember getting introduced to her really that much.
They really didn't, to be honest. She kind of
It's like
Yeah,
that's
she-
why
she's
she was a
just in one
character that
other
I
scene.
forgot about.
Or she's like 1 or 2 other scenes.
yeah.
She's in the
Huh.
scene where he called in the rain, and she's like, "No, you can't get the wheelchair." And then
When he apologized to her,
yeah, he apologized to her. And, yeah,
and then she came at his place. Yeah. So I mean, I think they really didn't introduce her. Granted, they didn't really need to. I guess like I get what she was, but yeah. It's still jarring a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah. I will say though, one character that was briefly in the movie that did really work was Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yes,
I thought he
Jack
was really
Black
good.
was awesome. He
Yeah,
was
he's-
funny. He's exactly what Jack Black does well in singing,
Gave a great performance too.
doing his karaoke. Yeah, great performance, especially at the end there when they meet again.
Yeah, it was like some subtle dramatic acting too.
Yep.
It's good.
You could tell like he was like because like his character is that character that's like he makes a joke out of everything, but then like you could tell he felt bad for what happened.
Yeah, no, that was good. At first, I was like, "Oh, is he gonna blame him?
Yeah.
Or like, is he gonna like?" But yeah, they both. I think they played that part really, really well.
Yeah.
This is a side note, but have you guys seen Jack Black's YouTube channel, Jablinski Games?
I
He's
heard
one of
of
the-
it.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. He's
It's a
got
side
lot
note.
of
He's a
subs.
gaming channel. Everyone should check it out. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, he does it like every Friday. But yeah, back to the movie.
So we're on to positives now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
Because like we started with that.
We've ripped
so
the
I mean,
movie enough. Yeah. So anyway, Joaquin Phoenix, great as always.
Jonah Hill. I mean, all the
Jonah
acting,
Hill was
honestly,
great.
from
Yeah.
like, the top four was
Um,
really good.
Yeah.
Like that's
we
like
already
the
talked
best
about
part.
Jack Black. And yeah, Rooney Mara, great stuff.
I would definitely have put Jonah Hill in that Best Supporting Actor Oscar category.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
For
Actually, he
this
was
year.
really good in this.
Yeah, he's a really good actor, actually. Like, really good.
Yeah. And he has gotten recognized by the Academy, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not entirely like
Keep
out
it
of
up.
the question.
Keep it up, Jonah.
Does Joaquin,
Just like Leo,
has,
you'll
has
get it
Joaquin
eventually.
ever been nominated? He did for The Master, right?
He's been nominated. Actually, I don't think he got nominated for The Master.
Dude, he's been in
Hilariously
so
enough.
many good movies like these past few years. I don't understand why he doesn't.
Like, he got nominated for a few things, but like,
Didn't he? I think he got nominated for her.
He was good in
I
that.
could be wrong.
And oddly enough, his wife was in that movie as well.
Yeah, no, she's in a lot of movies now. What have you seen?
so, all right. So he did not get nominated for her. He got
Damn it.
nominated for The Master. So
Oh,
thank
okay.
God.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, that's good.
I figured
God he got
her
nominated for The Master.
would get him something, but her did get nominated for something as well that year. Didn't it win?
Yeah. It might
Anything?
have won Best Screenplay.
Best
Yeah, I think it was
Let's see.
screenplay.
Then he got nominated for Walk the Line and for Gladiator, both of which I have not seen yet.
Yeah. He needs to
Yeah.
get more recognition because he was good in this. So was everyone else. Trying to think what else. What are some other positive things you guys would add?
I've mentioned it before, but like, while the first half, like the writing really wasn't that great. Like the second half, like from a writing standpoint, I didn't really have any problems with it.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't. It's just such a weird movie to me. Like, I can't even remember.
It said one
watching
of
any
the
movie.
writers was, it's based on the guy's book, John Callahan's book, and he was one of the writers. So like,
Yeah, because
I just don't know like what happened there in that first half, and then like in the second half, he's like, "All right, guys, here we're gonna bring it all together."
Well, I think they adapted it. Or did he? Because he died in
It's-
2010, it said.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
No.
based. It's
It's
based
based on his
memoir.
book though, so
Yeah, the movie is based off of his memoir.
Okay. Well, I know I saw in the trivia, I just briefly looked at the trivia on IMDb. They said the director wanted to make this movie a while ago, it sounded like. With Robin Williams, actually, as Joaquin
Yeah,
Phoenix's
I saw
character. Yeah, I don't know why it took him so long to make this movie. Maybe it was hard to get funding or something. But
that. Good old indie movies trying to get made.
yeah, I guess we should say this director he directed Good Will Hunting, Gus
Mhm.
Van Sant. I'm not sure, you might have already said that, Grant, but if not.
Not in the podcast now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of sad that the guy that made Good Will Hunting can't get funding for a movie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. He's been wanting to make this movie for a while, according to the
yeah,
trivia.
this movie
but
didn't have much of a budget, did it? I don't think so.
doesn't really need one, so that's like
Yeah.
another
Yeah,
reason
it doesn't
why
really need one though.
people wouldn't.
Could have used
Especially
one
with the
for that.
cast.
Could have used one for that hallucination scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
I suppose. I just would have cut that. I would have put it in the drawing like that.
Yeah, I guess I would say like that could use a rewrite.
Yeah.
Because the drawings animation I thought was great. Like it was
Yeah,
short,
Yeah.
sweet, to the point. Like it was like bad, but like the comic itself is like kind of like
Bad.
shittily drawn.
Yeah.
But like that's like
It's a
the appeal of it.
cartoon, It's
Yeah, like that's like it adds to the humor of it.
yeah. I thought some of them were funny.
Yeah, no, it made me laugh.
Any other positive stuff?
I think that's
Just, like,
honestly
second
about
half.
about
you know,
it for
just
me.
great second half. That's
There's
pretty much
not
the
a ton
consensus.
going on in the movie. To me, it's a pretty straightforward movie. There's really no like big, deep themes. I guess. I mean, I get the
It's
whole
a
like
it's a straightforward movie basically.
it's
There's
like-
really no hidden themes in there. besides the fact that for some reason Chucky is God.
Well, it's just like, you know,
I
all
know,
the
it's
stuff
his way of
related to
coping.
AA, higher power, you know, forgiving others, forgiving yourself, you know, things you've seen in other movies. It does it well in this. It's just, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. I just thought it was funny that they picked Chucky.
yeah,
But that's, you know, that's
because
for
he's
some people.
unpredictable.
Yeah, he's unpredictable. So, should we add,
Should
we're
we
gonna
get
give it
into our
ratings?
Yeah, I'm
Let's do
down.
it.
I guess
Lead us
I
off,
gave
Sky?
it, yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I would recommend seeing it. I probably won't revisit it, but yeah, I think it's a good little film.
Well, I gave it a 6 out of 10. Definitely worth one watch, yeah. I would definitely check this one out if you can. If you're a Joaquin fan, which you should be. So, check it out.
Yeah, this is the Joaquin a Day podcast.
We're going to cover all of Joaquin's films.
We're gonna make a playlist of just the Joaquin films.
We could.
Yeah, I mean, we got a pretty decent sample size already.
That we do.
But I'm going 6 out of 10 as well in this movie, which really frustrates me. Because, like, that second half, like, if the whole movie was, like, the second half, like, it'd be closer to, like, an 8
Yeah, for
or
sure.
9 for me.
For sure. I think the second half is like an 8, yeah, and the first half just kind of drug it down. I agree.
Yeah, well, the second half is, like, a 9 to me. And if it didn't have those, like, annoying zooms, like, it could have been higher. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess one thing I would add is just I wish the filming, I guess, like, yeah, added more to like the message of the movie. Like if they like filmed the themes they were trying to portray in like a cool, unique way, but like to me it was like these weird like zooms that felt weird and out of place to me. Or just jarring filmmaking. So
Yeah, I think that's about it for Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. So, Ryan, I believe you are the next chooser.
I am. And you guys are going to be like, whoa, what the hell's that movie? You might or might not. I don't know. It is a 2019 movie. It is on Netflix.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with
It
this.
is called Velvet Buzzsaw. No, I'm just kidding. It is.
never again.
It is called Paddleton.
Yes!
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
hyped.
Ray Romano is in it, and so is
Mark Duplass,
yep,
baby.
Mark Duplass from Creep. Which
I'm
we
really
should definitely do a
excited.
Creep series podcast. That would be fun because I love Creep.
I agree.
Aren't they making a third one too?
Yes,
I
believe
think they're
so.
making a third and fourth one. If
Oh my god, they're
Yes.
making two more. Oh, gee.
So that is what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch Paddleton. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Grant told me kind of the premise of it, and I guess how they kind of made it. And
Yeah, it's
we'll get into
made.
that in the
I
next
think I
one,
read
but-
that it was made on like a. It was like around under. It was under $5,000. I think.
the movie.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. I just knew it was,
Yeah,
I guess, a little improv-y, but
it's a little foreshadowing. I'm looking forward to it though. It's
Yeah,
hopefully
anything
2019
with
starts
Ray
out
Romano.
strong.
Yeah, I mean, we got a good Firefest doc out of 2019 so far.
Yep.
We also got Glass.
Yeah, Glass and Velvet Buzzsaw.
one of these days we'll have the Glass debate.
The Glass podcast is gonna start a fire.
Glass
You son of a bitch.
fire.
So, anyway, if you guys like this podcast, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as well as leave a like and a comment. We would love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, and recommendations. To keep up with updates and other news regarding this podcast, follow our Twitter and like our Facebook page listed in the description below. You guys want to add anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
Comment while you still can comment.
I agree on that one. And yeah, see you tomorrow.